Welcome back to Tipping Point. I'm your host, Kara McKinney. Debate is raging among conservatives about a Home Depot employee who was fired after her comments on Facebook were amplified by libs of TikTok. The original video was filmed by a man named Greg Sunderland, who questioned the woman at her workplace for posting that she wishes the Trump assassin had better aim. Watch.
Are you Darcy Waldron? Yeah?
Waldron, yeah.
Okay, from Cayuga? And you think that the shooter should have been a better shot? Is that what you posted on Facebook?
I am at work.
You think that the shooter should have been a shooter, huh?
I am at work.
Yeah, I think that's pretty messed up. Pretty anti-American, if you ask me. As a veteran, I'm disgusted. What have you provided to this country? Huh? I'm sorry. This is ridiculous. You are ridiculous. And I'm making you famous.
Home Depot's official X account later responded to say that the woman's views do not reflect that of the company and that she is no longer employed by them. A fire chief in Delaware has likewise been forced to resign over similar comments made online, in which he wished that the shooter had aimed a little to the right next time, please. The divide among conservatives is, are we now engaging in cancel culture? Shouldn't we try to get powerful people fired like the Secret Service director instead of minimum wage Home Depot employees? Are we now becoming the petty tyrants who work to get conservatives fired for having differences of opinions on politics? Not even talking about wanting someone murdered, as these two cases involve, but just of simply having a different political opinion. However, other conservatives are quick to say, that's not how power and politics work. That if we don't hold the left to the same standard they're using against us, it'll never end. We need MAD, mutually assured destruction. A homebound elderly man in Utah who was his disabled son's only caretaker and a fixture at his local church was literally gunned down by the feds before Biden's last visit to the state over his own comments online about not caring to see Biden killed. A police lieutenant in Virginia was fired for donating $25 to Kyle Rittenhouse's defense. A utility worker in Southern California was fired after a picture of him driving by a BLM protest with his hand outside the window cracking his knuckles was wrongly interpreted as a white supremacist hand sign. Didn't even matter that the guy is Mexican. He's not even white. And I don't even need to remind you of how damaging the COVID snitches were to the livelihoods of so many for so many years. I could go on and on, but you get the point. How do we get that to stop without applying the same standard? If the same standard is not used against the left, then does that tacitly mean that even if Republicans are back inside the White House, that everyday lefties are allowed to get away with far more with their speech than conservatives are? Does that not once again reinforce that the left is the neutral standard and the right is somehow the aberration? So many questions and moral dilemmas here. Joining us now to discuss is Orrin McIntyre, a columnist for Blaze Media and the host of the Orrin McIntyre Show podcast. Orrin, thanks for being here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Great. So to cancel or not to cancel, what's your take on this controversy?
Yeah, obviously this is some territory that the right is not used to navigating. They're not usually in a situation where they have the power to do this kind of thing. I always had a problem with the phrase cancel culture, and the reason was exactly what we're seeing now. There are things that are worth being canceled over. Now, what we were worried about, of course, were people simply sharing political opinions, the idea of what the tax rate should be, or whether or not you should be able to have gay marriage, or something along these lines. These are political debates that we're having inside the United States, and we didn't think that people should get canceled for that, should not get their lives destroyed because of that. But the left did this relentlessly. And really what this was political persecution, right? It's not just that you couldn't say something that implied violence. It's that you couldn't say anything that even suggested you had different values than the left. This is the real problem. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think it's great for us to spend all of our time going after low-level wage workers. I think it's much better to have high priority targets. There were people like Tenacious D, the band, that talked about how they wish that Trump hadn't been missed, or the live streamer Destiny, the video game streamer, who talked not only about how he wished Trump had been hit, but made fun of the man who died protecting his family at that rally. Those are really great targets. Those are high profile. They are people who can be held publicly accountable. But I'm not going to cry over someone who literally wished the president dead on social media having some trouble.